Hey everyone! Welcome back. I am back today with more Kamen Rider Saber, you guys. I just don't even know what to expect anymore because they just always keep me guessing with this show, and I'm just loving the ride, to be honest. So if you're joining me early today, you already know what that means. It means you are one of my awesome patrons. Thank you so much, and as always, I'm sending up those big old hugs right through that screen. And if not, still thank you for joining me today. I'm glad you're here. I do hope you'll consider supporting me that way. The link to my Patreon is going to be in the description down below. So, alright guys, I'm going to go ahead and say it. I know I should not enjoy Kamen Rider Solomon as much as I do, but guilty as charged. I do enjoy the form and just all the pomp and circumstance that goes with it an awful lot. They really did a great build up. It would have been so easy to have Master Logos come in like next episode rider form, but the fact that I think they kind of like withheld it a little bit for so many episodes really made it all the more like satisfying when you know, we finally got to see the epic Henshin. Also, oh man, I can't believe I kind of blanked on this for a second, but last episode I was like, oh my god, Bahato! He's back! He's the immortal swordsman, so I guess he could just keep coming back. You can't really kill him, I guess. You could only, like, seal him away, which is what they did until he got unsealed. So, yeah, I was like, oh my god, why is he back? And it's like, yeah, it's kind of in the job description as the immortal swordsman. So yeah, guys, definitely ramping up to the end game. We did get some interesting info last episode. I mean, of course, we know we have to find Luna again and everything. That much, I think, was pretty self-explanatory just because we know that in order to make all these plans work, you know, they're definitely going to try to go after her again. We did get some really interesting info about Touma. I don't know. I'm sure this had been, like, hinted at and maybe kind of, like, in so many words, described a bit in the past that we knew that Kento was trying to avoid something bad happening to Touma. They just hadn't really come out and said what it is. And last episode they came out and said, like, yeah, basically he's gonna disappear from this world if he ends up in the Wonder World. So I mean, I would be pretty surprised if they legit went through with that, you know? Like I was saying last time, I won't say what it is because I don't want to spoil anyone, but if you've seen it, you probably know what I'm referring to. There have been Kamen Rider series where they're just like, okay, well, you thought your main character was just going to, like, go back to normal and happy at the end, but nah. They're, like, in another plane now or something. If you know, you know. But, so anyway, I just can't see it going that way for the series, and I'm kind of with Yuuri where my line of thought is kind of trust in Touma, you know, get Touma, do everything you can to get Touma to that point, and then let Touma, who clearly has an awful lot of even like somewhat untapped power and just that strength of character and heart, let him handle the rest from there, because he will find a third option. And that's what Yuuri was kind of explaining to Kento, who now we know why there's been so much pushback from Kento. It's not just about saving the world. It's not just about preventing blah, blah, blah. It's not just about, no, it is straight up. He has known the whole time that, like, he is going to lose Touma one way or another in this. And so that's what he was trying to avoid. But yeah, I think Yuuri was actually a good choice to go after him, because Yuuri was able to really level with him and just say, like, yeah, I know, I'm aware of what's going to happen, but let's believe in him. Let's believe that we're going to find another way. First, we kind of have to make sure that we're all still here to, you know, tell the story. You know, no pun intended, considering the whole thing is like a storybook thing. Yeah, made a little pun there. But yeah, so, alright guys, that being said, like, I really don't know, they have really gone out of their way to make things unpredictable on this show. So I really can't sit here and tell you, like, nah, it's all gonna be fine in the end. I could definitely see them, like, pulling a twist and doing a little bit of a darker ending for this one, where maybe we don't get our cake and eat it too. I really hope I'm wrong about that, but we'll see. So you guys, there's only one way to find out. Let's do it. Let's jump in next episode. Let's go. All right, you guys. Wow, that was an intense episode. I really didn't know where they were going with that, to be honest. For a second, I thought maybe, like, this will be the moment when Ren gets on board. This will be the moment when Kento gets on board. This will be the moment when Bahato gets on board because he wants Instagram. I personally would have used the eclairs. I think the eclairs would have been a much bigger swell. Like, okay, it's 1,000 years later, and look what we got. We got eclairs, friend. We have the power of bakeries now, friend. Maybe some people just really love Instagram. I don't know. The enamel pins. It was just such a fun scene. Honestly, like, I was just thinking, like, what is so different about this Rider series from other series? And I feel like one of the things that is so different about it is that we don't have a lot of fluff episodes where they're just, like, fighting a monster of the week and doing, like, a silly fluff thing to kind of, like, be silly and fun and learn about each other. They have definitely made sure that even with so many characters and so much going on, we have really developed an investment in each character individually. So it's not that we haven't gotten character development by any means. We've gotten a ton of character development, but we're kind of missing, like, those fluff episodes. So I love when we get, like, a fluff moment with, like, May just doing something weird and silly. I live for that stuff. I know everyone kind of has their own. Maybe it's too campy for some folks, but I love that kind of thing. Some of my favorite series have been the ones that are very, very comedy driven. Rider series, but also just any series I love. I love a good lighthearted tone. All right, guys. I really feel like Ren is probably closer at this point than Kento to getting on board. Ren, I mean, definitely was just like, grr, in the moment. But I feel like what Touma said to him is going to echo in his mind for a while. He's not going to be able to shake that anytime soon. And I feel like it is going to have an effect on him. Kento, on the other hand, I feel like we're trying to communicate the same lesson to him in kind of a different way. Because he really is fighting for something. But they both need to learn that we are stronger together. And I feel like Ren is coming at this from, no, I'm just fighting to be strong. I don't need to, you know, I just want justice and to be strong and stuff. And I don't need anyone to do that. And Kento is kind of coming at it from, I will save the world. I will save Touma. I will have my cake and eat it too. I will make sure that, like, everyone is safe at my own expense. Don't need anyone. So they're kind of coming at it from different perspectives, but it's sort of the same problem, kind of how I see it. And they both need to learn that, like, there are possibilities beyond what we know of. We already know this because Kento has already seen different futures, although, to be fair, like, he hasn't really seen very many positive ones yet. But he has been seeing, like, different potential futures now. There are more possibilities when they're working together. You know what I mean? Like, there are things that any one individual is not going to be able to think of, do on their own, etc., etc. But together they can make it work. Look at Yuuri using the power of light and dark like that. Neither one of them could probably, I don't know if Kento could do it on his own. He could do an awful lot as Caliber. But I mean, that was pretty friggin' sweet that he just like banished him. He like teleported him to somewhere else. It's the, I think that and perhaps what Kento was initially trying to do to him are the most we've seen Master Logos be a little bit vulnerable to something, to an attack from our side. So it's really saying something. I don't know where it's going to go. I honestly don't know. Like I said at the beginning of this episode, I really could see this going in a direction where, like, there's just somebody who can't be reached until it's too late, you know? And maybe Kento just really does sacrifice himself or something. I mean, certainly they've been no stranger to how many times killing Kento. I mean, come on. or Ren or something, or like, you know, Ren at the last minute learns the power of working with others and comes in to save everyone but sacrifices himself, or so, you know, something like that. I really couldn't tell you how this is going to go. I'd like to think they're just all going to get on board and work together, and it's all going to be like, yeah, that's power teamwork, but I could not tell you guys. I could not tell you. So I guess there's only one way to find out, and that is just to keep watching. This was episode 37. I think we have somewhere between 8 and 10-ish episodes left. I don't think we really know yet. I have heard mixed things that perhaps they're going to end it at around episode 45 like they did with 01 because of production stuff going on with global stuff going on. It might go to 48 or 49. I have no clue, but we're definitely in the end game now. So I'll be curious to see. I'm going to take an optimistic viewpoint because like Daishinji was like very optimistic when he was like, yeah, humanity's not just going to fight each other endlessly. And I'm like, nah, why would they do that? Let's believe the best. Let's believe the best in everyone, guys. Let's do that. Let's take that approach. Let's hope for the best. So, all right, guys, great episode. Another really tense one where like, it could be any episode now where they're just like, you know, with 8 episodes left, let's just kill off so-and-so. I really don't even know. So, all right, guys, I hope you enjoyed watching along with me. Great, great, great app. Loved it. As always, thank you so much for joining me today. Please be sure to join me next time and we will watch it together. Bye for now, guys.